was a unit protocol droid, primarily programmed for etiquette and protocol. He was fluent in over 6 million forms of communication and developed a fussy, worry-prone personality. Along with his counterpart R2-D2, he constantly found himself directly involved in pivotal moments of the galactic history and aiding and saving the galaxy on many occasions.
I am C3PO, Human Cyborg Relations. This is my counterpart, Centurion's Corner.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, C3PO. So guys, today we are reviewing C3PO, the man himself, the Golden Boy. So this one was an exclusive to the 40th anniversary edition. As the anniversary, they didn't actually make this one in the Black Series box. It was just purely exclusive for this. Well, I could be wrong, maybe they did. I can't remember having a conversation with someone actually, but I'm sure it was just this way is how you got him. So yeah, I mean, I got the C3PO from the Chewbacca sort of C3PO double set, and actually I had this guy originally before I received that one, and I can already see the differences in the sculpt to C3PO, which is why I was always kind of sort of ready to go to the Bandai collection really. But you know, I love C3PO, I love R2-D2, and I always remember an interview, it might have been with George Lucas or something, but it was actually supposed to be, the Star Wars was actually supposed to be told through the eyes of C3PO and R2-D2, which kind of got a little bit lost in the sequels, I feel, as they were kind of sort of just chucked in there as kind of characters to hang around. And I'm surprising that C3PO got as much time on the screen in the latest one than R2-D2 did, because to me, if he was going to put the two together, I think R2-D2 is probably the one that has the more kind of sort of like fan base to him. But maybe that's just my general preference. But anyway, so here he is in the 40th anniversary kind of card from A New Hope, which is recreated nicely. We've got that kind of chaser design around with Star Wars, C3PO up here and C3PO inside. Got a nice blister pit or pack showing the figure. No accessories needed. It is C3PO. Mind you, I think it would be quite nice to have a little magnetic thing there we can just place on the restrainer bolt just on his chest. That'd be quite a cool little gimmick. And on the back we have the chaser ring around again and a tick sheet for each of the characters that they brought out in the 40th anniversary. So we've got a few of these to head onto the channel, so stay tuned. So without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. It just looks really odd in these type of blister packs. I'm used to sort of like seeing a nice big size kind of like blister pack with a few accessories and bits like that. So it's always a bit odd just having the figure in a small little blister pack. But here is C3PO. We'll take him out, have a little quick ganders. I'll take him away for a review, do some comparisons to the other C3PO that we have already out on the shelf. And yeah, so let's have a look. So here he is. Yeah, I can definitely see a better version of the one that you get with Chewbacca. So I would actually say straight away, if you're looking for a C3PO to go on your shelf that's a New Hope kind of type-esque from the original trilogy, then you're buying two figures for one. So I would definitely pick up the one from Amazon. And that's just from a first ganders. So anyway, I'll take them away, we take some photos, and we see you in a mo. Hello, so welcome back. I've been away taking a few photos, and yeah, he's an alright C3PO. I mean, I'm a little bit let down compared to the other one that I got with the the Amazon pack. But what I'll do, I'll just show this guy off. He hasn't got no accessories, so we can go straight into articulation and obviously his sculpt, and then I'll do a little side sort of comparison with the C3PO from the Amazon pack. So looking at him, his articulation wise, his head is on a swivel, and he can look down, not, and he can look up just a little bit. He can do his arms go up and down from the shoulder. We can get a little bit of movement going out side to side. Here all the way down there is no joint at all until we get to the wrists, and it's on a hinge and a rotation. We've got a slight rotation at the sort of waist. He can look down this far and he can look back that far. He can kick his leg out this far and he can kick his leg back that much, and then we've got a knee, and then we've got the rocker and a pivot on his ankle. So as you can see, there's not really much articulation, but again, it is C3PO, so really we're not really going to get much from him, to be honest. So, you know, it's just like the arms and all that sort of part of it. But we can look at his sort of like sculpt and everything there. So we've got the head. It kind of looks pretty alright. I think if I didn't have the other C3PO, I couldn't really see a problem with it. But it does kind of remind me of the sort of C3PO that we had in the sort of like the 80s cartoon kind of sort of thing of it. It looks a little bit more cartoonified than the sort of like the real C3PO. On the back we have all the kind of sort of details you always expect from a C3PO. We've got the back panel and going down into his wires, which are neatly done. There's no sort of bleeding or anything in there, and it's kind of just inside you can actually see it's like it's got riveted kind of black on there. It's not just a black background, it's actually got a bit of detail in there. Don't know if that'll pick up on the camera. And then yeah, we've got the wires at the front as well. We've got the standard kind of sort of disc part here, all these little extra sort of like nub bits that he always has on him, and the arms are very detailed as well. And it's got a nice shine to him, you know. There's no sort of rustic look on there. It's just literally a gold C3PO. The hands are fine, and also on his upper palm, so there's no colour bleed there as well, which is nice. And then we go down to his sort of legs, just showing off all that kind of part there, and his bum, which always gets me, which actually got the crease of his bum when he's just a robot. But yeah, his legs, all details are there. We've got the little sort of silver shoe and the gold shoe and the silver shin and the gold shin. Just so he always looks a little bit used, you know. So, you know, it is a C3PO. It doesn't look too bad. But if I just compare him just there, I'll just put his head there, and then I'll bring in the other C3PO. So I should move him across a little bit. And yeah, so obviously this is the one that come with the Chewbacca. And as you can see straight away, I think either they kept the same sculpt. No, it looks a lot thinner, and his eyes look 10 times better as well, which look different. I think his torso is exactly the same. Obviously it's just a darker gold, it's got a darker wash on there, and but the main kind of sort of part is his arms. So we've got all the same kind of detailing on there, but we actually got this silver bit on the end of this kind of sort of rod, when this is like actually stuck on there. Like they sort of didn't think Black Series collectors could look after their figures, and just kind of sort of like made it all in one so it weren't going to fall off. But now we've got a little bit of a hinge movement on there. Yeah, it's not much, but at least there's something, and which gives it that 10 times better. And then we've got the swivel as well, so we can get a nice wave out of the other C3PO. But as you can tell, it just looks a lot better. It's something with his eyes. I think where they tried to do that shine, his eyes are slightly looking upwards as well. It just does remind me of that sort of cartoonness C3PO. And actually, I know C3PO is quite gold, but I kind of like this sort of darker bronze look. It just kind of sort of sits on the shelf, not looking as ugly. And I think the legs and all that are the same, and obviously I think this part here is as well, but it's actually got a bit more movement than the other C3PO. So yeah, I would highly recommend, if you're struggling to get this one, then get that one with the Chewbacca and everything on there, because you know you actually got quite two good figures for that. And obviously this one has the removable limbs as well, which adds to the sort of shelf life of it. But yeah, well, it's actually taller as well. So looking at that, maybe I'll not put the legs on properly, but who knows. So guys, thank you very much. This has been my C3PO review of the 40th anniversary version. And you know, if you want to follow me, you can follow me down below. You can comment, you can subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.